Today we're going to cover how Guard are making what's usually considered trash actually really good. Indirect is taking quite a big hit. -1 ballistic skill, +1 save to the target. It's awful. But Ursula here lets heavy mortars get +1 strength, +1 to hit, and +1 AP, completely nullifying the disadvantages of the indirect nerf. It lets you shoot across the map, take out hordes, force the enemy to make wounds, and force them to change how they play. That weak backline unit holding their objective, easily take it off and deep strike your Casterkin bomb back there. Own their battlefield. If you really hate Terminator spam right now, there's a way to make them move -1 inch with -4 to advance and -4 to charge. First, all you need is a Primaris Psyker who knows the psychic power Mental Shackles. It's just -2 to move, -2 to advance, and -2 to charge. You might see where I'm going with this. Next, use the Mechanized Tank order, Pinning Fire. You can get it from Leontis, you can get it from a tank commander, even get it from a warlord trait. All that matters is that you order it onto a tank. I think the Punisher is the best for it, and they get -2 to move, which stacks with the psychic powers. Next, just use any difficult terrain. It could be a crater or a forest. And with player place terrain, it makes it very easy to put it exactly where you want, where you do not want the enemy to go through. And that also is -2 to move, -2 to advance, and -2 to charge. With just those 3 things alone, they have -6 to move. Terminators are a 5-inch movement. Please go out there and make a Terminator -1 to move. There is no cap. Let's run through a scenario. On the right, you can see my Punisher. On the left, Gaunt's Ghost, and in the middle, a command squad with a bodyguard. First, on the right side, where the Punisher is, he has Pinning Fire, and with player place terrain, a forest in front of him. For that enemy unit to come to me is already -2 to movement. Pinning Fire puts an additional 2 on them. It is almost impossible for you to fail Pinning Fire. There's also a Psyker 18 inches away to use Mental Shackles. It's another -2 to move, -2 to advance, and -2 to charge. And you do not need line of sight to cast it. It's only a warp charge of 6, and all of this stacks together for a -6 to move, -4 to advance, and -4 to charge. For that Terminator squad to even come towards me needs to roll a 6 to advance to move 1 inch. If they want to charge me, they are 12 inches away from the Punisher. It's impossible. Fun combo with a command squad that you can do is just the Death Mask of Alinius, a relic. It gives you a 4+ invuln. Use a Psyker to give you Night Shroud, which is a 4+ to hit only. And on a Cadian command squad, transhuman them. 4s to wound only. That's 3 50/50s your opponent has to get through to even hurt you. And if you put an Ogrim bodyguard in there, -1 damage. You have a medic in there. 5+ feel no pain, and their toughness 5. I have tanked Angron for multiple turns with just 1 bodyguard. It is ridiculous. You can hold the middle forever, and this lets you do some really good secondaries. On the left side of the board, you'll see Gaunt's Ghost. They're in an Aegis defense line to give them Armor of Contempt, light cover, and heavy cover. They're also a character unit that you cannot shoot from over 18 inches away. In the middle, there's the command squad with a bodyguard, in this case, Nork Deadog. There's also the Psyker, who casts Night Shroud on them, so they're only forced to hit. Now I'm in the middle with a Cadian command squad, so they can be only forced to wound with a stratagem. They also have a 4-up invuln from the Death Mask of Alinius. That's already 3 50/50s your opponent has to get through to even hurt them. But you're also toughness 5, with -1 to wound and a 5-up feel no pain. Now you're getting inflexible points from having a flag in the middle. You're getting a 24-inch bubble from the Master of the Vox to order your infantry units and just adapt to whatever you need, and you own the middle. The biggest loser of all the tanks might seem like the Punisher. Everyone else got 50% more shots to make up for grinding advance, but it's a sleeper agent. It's really good base defense. Leontis can order full rerolls on him, and you can put flamers on him. It's only rerolls to hit, so the flamers aren't affected by that, but you can fire into combat. You can fire 24 inches, which is half the board, and you can do Pinning Fire. Rough Riders right now have probably one of the best melee stat lines in the game for their price at 20 points. Their big issue is delivery, but Strategic Reserve is free right now. You can keep them off the board and bring them on when you need them. And like I said with the Sentinels, you can give these guys +2 to charge, making even a outflank deep strike pretty reliable. And once you get in there, whatever you touch is dead, Doesn't matter if you die. 100 points, whatever.
Thanks for joining us today. We are Northern Knights Gaming. Thank you for taking a look at the Imperial Guard. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.